Welcome back to another video on the GT500. As you can see, it's covered up. I've been doing some cabinetry and some other stuff. So today's main topic of the video, I need to get this thing back into regular street form. I need to put the coolant back into the ice tank. And I got some bump stops that I'm going to show you how to replace on the rear of this car. The original ones are pretty much dry rotted and worn out. And it's pretty rough, especially if you hit any nasty potholes or anything. It was pretty gross. I hit a pretty bad one and it felt pretty nasty, so I got some new bump stops. So nothing crazy today. Here the car start up in a minute, uncover it, get outside and get all the old water out of the tank, put some of that coolant back in there, put our street tires back on. And like I said, should be good to go. We got to prep because I got to clear out my garage. My younger brother got in a car accident a little while ago, and we're gonna go ahead and get that thing fixed up over there. So that is the next project. But for right now, we need to get everything else squared away before we can do that. So further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing uncovered, start it up, pulled out, drained, coolant in, and we'll do all that good stuff we need to do. So go knock it out. This thing is one good looking car. I always forget that every time. Don't run it for a while. Sound stellar. Alright, so what we got to do back here, the car show stuff, what we got to do is basically drain out our nasty looking water. I'm going to flush some clean water through it, and then we'll go ahead and put all our coolant back in there. All right, we got our coolant back in the tank, nice and clean, looking good. So we're gonna start it up real quick just to make sure everything's flowing like it's supposed to. You got to circulate around the system, but it circulated plenty on its own, and should be good. So we got the wheels and tires out. That's what's going on next. Pulled in, and we got our wheels and tires changed over, and the bump stops over on the rear. All right, so fronts are on, good to go there, torque down, doing the rears now. And these are my bump stop, or what's left of it. So yeah, just broke off. Obviously, absolutely dry rotted. And it's just age that does this. I mean, that's not stopping anything. So, way to get it off, super easy. Just a T40 torque spit, and there's two. One on this side, right there and there. And it's to support your car with jack stands, let the axle droop all the way. And we'll go ahead and pop these off real quick, should be super easy. All right, so these are the new ones right here. You can see what it's supposed to look like. These are the Ford Performance Kit. I think they're like 40 bucks, 50 bucks on CJ Pony Parts. There's a bunch of places you get them, LMR, etc., etc. And the Ford Performance ones are supposed to be a little bit different than the regular GT ones. They're supposed to have, they came with the newer GT500s, like 11 and up, I believe. And they're supposed to be a little bit softer of a material, so that it does still accept some bounce if it does hit the bump stops, because they're factory lower than the 07, 09s from my knowledge. But yeah, so we're gonna go and set these on. Some people cut off the first nub. I'm just gonna leave it the whole length. I think it'll be fine based on that knowledge. And looking at this, you'll notice it's kind of more in line with this back piece than the front. I was doing some research on that. That is normal. It is supposed to be up here. And actually, my bolt is pretty dinged up. Looks like it's been, looks like at some point it smacked the bump stop up here. So something to be aware of, but good to go. So let's go ahead and pop these bolts off and get the new ones on. Should also mention the kit came with new hardware as well. probably just use that just because why not, it's new. So let's go ahead and get these off, like I said, keep you getting distracted. All right, just like that, they're on. I didn't torque them, I just put down pretty snug, and I think they should be fine. So, good to go. New bump stop on this side, just to go ahead and do the other side, and they'll be done. So this side's not quite as bad, but obviously it's still just as dry rotted. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and take out these two nuts, or 2 bolts, same deal. All right, went ahead and put the weight on the axle just to see how close we are. And look, well, in a little bit of space. If that winds up riding rough, next time I change out the tires, I'll probably take off that top nub to give it a little bit more clearance for movement. But they're designed to be pretty squishy so that they can absorb the shock, slow it down a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. I've got the Eibach 2-inch rear lowering springs in here. So, I mean, the Eibach Pro Kit, I think is what it's called. So, same on this side. About how much clearance we get. It's not terrible, so we'll see what happens. If it winds up being a problem, we'll go ahead and chop off that top nub, like I said. But for right now, I'm gonna leave it alone and let you guys know how it rides. Let's start riding this thing more. So I'm good to go. Let's go and get the tires back on. It's good to go. Well, it's the next day out in the morning. I'm driving the car to work today. Just wanted to see how we're doing. And it feels pretty good. It's a pretty bumpy road like that. And honestly, it is quite a bit smoother. So it's good to know that they're doing their job, dampening a little bit of the force back there. And some of these Midwest roads are just awful. So glad to feel that it's doing a little bit better. And like I said, if we really need to, if I feel like it's being weird, we can always chop off that top little nub with a bump stop. But honestly, I don't think we're gonna need. All right, well, the car's back in street mode. Wheels and tires back on, bump stop's good to go. And it's just about it. So I just want to do a real quick video for you guys. It's been a while since I posted anything. I'll be doing some stuff in the other car in a bit when the time comes. I've been super busy with house projects and been traveling around a bunch, so I really have not had time to do anything with the car. But when I do get around to stuff, I want to make sure I'm not putting out like filler content essentially of just nothing. So I try to make sure there's something educational or I'm doing something with the car or whatever in each video when I do put something out. So hopefully you guys understand, and I'll see you in the next video. Future stuff, I don't know, see what comes with it. But I love to do the trans stuff, but I gotta finish my house stuff first. That's some cabinetry, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, that's getting redone, and a bunch of other stuff. So, as time permits, I'll be doing more car stuff, but right now I'm pretty swamped with catching up with other life stuff, so that's where we're at. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.